Thank you so much for joining us. Today I'm joined with DJ Dennis and the head of Pitch of Fine, Tony Mbuthia. We're here to celebrate our 10-year anniversary as Hephzibah. Welcome, you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
very
It's an
much.
honor to
How
be
are
here.
you feeling?
I feel blessed.
Wow.
Nervous.
Are you? I
How?
feel like I'm in the presence of greatness. I should be nervous.
Indeed, you are.
You are.
Oh, wow. I like this. You know, rubbing shoulders, friends in high places.
Kabisa.
Amen.
Welcome, guys. We're here to discuss about Hephzibah and the journey it has been on the last 10 years. I know you guys have been here for, if not all, most of the journey. So we're just going to get straight to it. We want to talk about how you guys were, how you guys ended up coming into Hephzibah, how you started, what was your life like before, and how you came in, and what just pulled you into Hephzibah. So let's go ahead and start with Dennis. Tell us.
For me, I think I grew up with Hephzibah because I don't know what I did before. So I think I grew up with Hephzibah. I remember when we went to the Bay, I think, to find out, to come up with a name. I remember that time because we had a group before called The Rock, but I was in there, but I wasn't getting anything. I was a kid.
How old were you?
I think 10, 9, 10, maybe 11. I don't remember, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then you came in Hephzibah.
Came in
At 10.
Hephzibah. I don't remember what age I came in.
You were just there.
I told you, some good. I don't remember what age I came in Hephzibah, but yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Great time, yeah.
How about you, Tony?
Oh, that's crazy. That's a crazy question. Because you kind of gave me that question before, so I was actually trying to think about it. And to be honest, I can't really remember, but I do remember. I think the only time I remember like the idea of Hephzibah was the first Nini Awards, Hephzibah Awards, when Dennis actually won the first year awards with Hephzibah.
Yes.
And I just remember because they played like a video at that time, and they were showing him like cleaning with pita, and I don't know who else was in that video. And that's like the first memory I think I have of Hephzibah was that time. And then from there we started doing the second year. But then from the second year is like when I would say like I really understood what it was like, but when it was for me, I didn't know because again I was part of The Rock. We used to go to my shot's house. He used to come pick me up at my house, and then we would just go there. A bunch of us, like we had me, Dennis, Ben, Timo, and so many other people. Like we used to just go hang out, and then we'd actually sleep over there. So, and then even people now, the girls, like we used to actually meet with them too. Like it would be like so they meet individually, and then like we would also meet collectively. But then like the merging thing, the mind cannot comprehend. I don't remember that.
You were against the merger, Tony?
I don't remember that. To be honest.
Why was that hard to like wrap your head around?
I feel like it's been it's 10 years, like, you know what I mean? And at the time, like, I didn't know what this was going to be. Like, I didn't know we're in something. You know what I mean? Like, because when you look back, it's like when you're like, wow, we were really, like, in part of something that started, like, way back.
Wow.
But then when you're starting, it's like, we're just going to meet, you know, for church. But it used to be dope because even when we had The Rock, like, I used to just want to get out of school so we can just go kick it. Because it was so lit. It was, oh, man, it was fun.
The Rock. Well, do you guys remember the acronym? What was the whole...
So you know that's the one that Jesus said in this rock.
Oh,
that's the
wasn't
one.
it the redeemed? Of,
Yeah, redeemed of something Christ something.
Nice.
It was 10 years ago.
But it's
So
somewhere in the Bible.
It's somewhere in the Bible.
Somewhere in the
Wow. Okay. So in your 10 years in Hephzibah, right? You guys have been in Hephzibah for 10 years from the jump. Talk to me about your favorite memories, some great times. Walk me through that. What was some?
I think my greatest memory was when Hephzibah, I don't know who did, or when they bought me my first mixer. Because I remember it was a Friday, and I got out of school, and it was my birthday. So I don't remember which I don't know if I was 14, 15, 16. And I just seen a mixer there, and
it was just at your house?
No. It was at the old church.
I was at church.
So
Okay.
we were throwing a birthday party at the multi-purpose room. Then I was like, they over here surprising me with a new mixer, and I was like, wow. I I think that I didn't cry because you don't cry. But I was
Auntie,
like,
what? What'd you say?
I didn't cry
Why not?
because
They just don't cry.
but I didn't. I was like shocked. I was like, what? Like since that time, I was like, Hephzibah is lit.
It's family.
It's lit. It's family.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll get into that. First mix. First mixer, sorry.
Mixer. Yep. Mixer.
Wow.
It was God.
Honestly, it had
My
to
God.
be. Gosh. Okay, how about you? What was your favorite memory in Hephzibah?
Everything. I'm gonna say nothing. No.
Tell the truth.
No,
That
no,
shit
no,
with the
no.
devil.
Okay, at first, like I'm not gonna lie, because it's 10 years, so there's a lot of rocky and good memories.
Yeah.
For the first few, I don't think I had any. You know what I'm saying? But I think again, like I think with me, everything with this is like when I look back, because I'm not gonna lie, like I was young, I was trying to have fun, I was trying to kick it with everybody, like when we met up and all that stuff. So I think when you look back, some of the things that I was taught that I actually applied in my life, I think those were the favorite things. Like like for me now, when I look back, because otherwise, like when when you're being taught something, even when somebody teaches you something like discipline, for example,
Yeah.
you're just like, I don't want to be disciplined. I'm 13 or
Trying to turn up.
14. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I want to be where everybody else is going. Like, exactly. So, but then when you actually look back, like now the things that were instilled, like Philip always talks about character and all that stuff,
Yeah.
right? But and at the time being, like back then, it was like everybody was talking about character, like character this, character that. Oh, you can't do this because of character. But for me, I was like, bro, I'm trying to do that because of character. Like, you know what I mean? So,
Wow.
I would say that those things, since I've grown, like I made them part of me now.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie, like if you look at myself and like a few of my friends, like there's a difference. And I wouldn't say it's because I'm better than anyone, but just because I picked up some of those things that were taught and then just applied them in my life, and then they just pay off. So I think those are some of the things that I find to be my favorite.
Wow. Wow. So you guys grew up in Hephzibah. So you've seen
Literally.
the up, down, left,
Up,
right,
down,
center,
yep,
spiral.
all of them.
Wow.
Yep.
So what would you say was your least favorite moment?
Well, I got one if you don't.
Go ahead.
This time we got sent home in Vegas.
No.
Yeah.
First of all, we
Let's
not just gonna.
let's get into it.
Yeah, like we talk to us.
Yeah,
what happened?
I was pissed.
What
I
did
was
you
pissed.
do?
All right, I'm gonna tell you what happened. So we went to Vegas again. Character. So this is where character.
But
had a
we
problem,
were
but-
still kids, so
Yeah, so we went to Vegas this one time, and then some. You know what? I don't think we should talk about it because I don't think
You've already opened the can of worms.
That's my least favorite mememory. Anyway,
Yeah,
What'd you do? Just give us the
glimpse of it?
Yeah.
Okay, so we went to Vegas and we went for a conference. I was doing photos, videos, and then like we were just in there, right? And then I think it was like the first night, or it was like because we went. I think on a Friday, so
It
we
was
slept
Sunday.
over, and then it was a
Sunday.
Saturday. No, it was Saturday
yeah.
night where we finished, and then some of us like wanted to go to the strip, right? And then like some people said we couldn't, and some people said we could, but they never said go. But it's like when they tell you, you know. So we did that, and then the next day we got like they went behind our back and like kind of said that they never told us we could do some of those things.
we got. Wow.
And then they sent us home on a Sunday
we
morning.
were ready, everything, going to church
Yeah.
to praise the Lord.
And it was like,
But
what did we do? But then it wasn't all of us that were out that
Yeah.
got sent home. You know what I mean? So I'm
somebody
not gonna lie
got
to you,
left behind.
That
at
was
that
your
time,
least favorite
yeah, it
moment.
hit me. Like I was like, it's so unfair, you know. And
need
but I don't
justice.
dwell on those things. But I just want to let you know that I never forgot it. You know what I'm saying?
You
So
don't
that's one of
dwell,
the-
though.
yeah.
Wow. No, actually, do you have anything to add on that day?
Actually, we didn't go to the strip. We went to downtown.
Isn't
For
that
Yeah,
most
so we
people-
got sent.
yeah.
No, we got sent home for the wrong thing because
Yeah.
we technically never.
We
went
didn't
to
go
the
to
strip.
What do you-
the strip.
Yeah,
We
I
went
had a
to
friend that lived
downtown.
in Vegas actually. A
Yeah.
guy friend that I met in camp. So we went to kick it, and then went to like one of the restaurants and like ate the whole
Yeah,
night.
that's it.
And then we came back, but then the leader at the time didn't want to hear the story. He was just mad. You know what I mean?
Yep,
But
and
again,
then we went
It
home.
was what it was.
And we told our parents we came back home because we have finals that week. Yep.
What did they say?
Oh, good. And you know how parents are.
Education
Good.
first.
Now my
Yep.
mom was mad because my sister snitched when she came back. So
Man.
she was pissed.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Actually, yeah, my sister at the time, because she's also part of the ministry. She's the youth leader now. She wrote me like this long paragraph. Like, I'm so disappointed in you. I can't believe, bro. But I looked at it and I was like, what?
Did you?
don't even
What
know
was
the
your
story.
response? Okay.
Nah, I don't know what I did. Nah, I had to be the bigger brother and be like, I'm sorry that I did that. I didn't mean to. But I'm not gonna lie to you, like I wasn't, because I didn't really, do anything wrong at the time.
Because we went to downtown. We didn't go to the strip.
Yeah, but that's it.
But they didn't want to get it.
Stay
But
there too long.
Did you address it at least
Huh? You didn't enjoy it?
after? Did you address
No,
that
not
you
really.
were-
I think
you
it
were
was still
actually-
pending.
fighting for
It's still
justice?
pending.
It was
It's
still
still
pending
pending right
because
now.
we just need to have
It's
that
still
an adult
pending?
Yeah.
conversation right now.
It's
But
still
Yeah.
pending.
it
Yeah.
is. It is.
They need to know that we went to the.
Don't worry. HR, just hit up the HR office. We'll get back to you in 3 to
Amen.
5 business days.
Got you. I got
Wow. No, but I'm not gonna lie. I do remember that morning because I was there,
you. Mm-hmm.
and we was just confused. But if the crime fit the punishment, right?
It didn't.
But that's the beauty of ministry, right? The ups
Yeah.
and the downs.
Amen. Hallelujah.
That was definitely our down.
And I like that we can address that stuff. 'Cause
Yeah.
I feel like
Laugh about it
personally
now.
for me, I don't like when people fake stuff. Like if it happened,
It happened.
it's history. Like it's
Yeah.
part of history. So,
Yeah.
but I don't have any malice in my heart.
Mine's still a little
The
bruised,
Lord
but
touched this and any. There's some last cleansing He just
battle
needs to do. But
scars. How about you, Dennis? What was your what was like the least favorite thing or the most challenging thing?
When you, I think the same one Tony said when we got sent home, but
oh, actually, that wasn't the only thing, dude. Because they suspended us. Oh my
Oh,
god, we
oh
got
my God,
suspended.
I remember.
I couldn't do photos. I couldn't do video for like a while.
couldn't DJ.
And we were like on strike. And some of the leaders,
You guys went on strike
no,
after
no,
the
I mean they
punishment?
were suspending. They suspended us basically. Sorry. And then like we couldn't do like some of them were like, oh, let them stay out for a year. You know what I mean? And it was like, bro, like nobody else ever
like
got treated
prison.
like that. Yeah.
yeah, bro.
But then
were
you know
doing the time.
when God has gifted you,
I'm telling you.
they needed us to take
God-
because
No
one
man
else
can
was
put
gonna
us
do it.
under.
God will fight your battles. God will fight your battle for you.
You guys were in prayer and fasting.
Amen. Amen.
They go to Moses, huh? Wow.
Yep.
You know what? Let's get into that punishments and discipline in Hephzibah. Talk to me about that. What was that like?
It was.
Were you guys the like crazy bad kids that always got punished?
I don't think we were
No,
bad.
no.
According to you, yeah.
No, I don't think we were bad.
No, you know how I know we weren't bad? Because when we were told to write down our vision, I don't know if we're gonna get to that. Like we actually like did that. So
Wrote
it's
down.
like
Yeah,
we
that's my
kind of
next
knew
point.
where to where the line was. Like we can't go too far, but then we can't not go too far.
You
know?
tested
So
the
we were
waters,
just-
huh?
Yeah.
You were just, wow. Wow. You know what? Let's get into that actually. You guys talk to me about how this whole vision thing came about. And you guys writing your visions and where you are now. So let's start with Dennis. You wrote your vision. Tell me how that all came down to be. You felt your love for music and everything to you being DJ Dennis now. Like walk me through that path.
I don't remember what conference we did when he told us.
Who's he?
Philip told us to write down our vision, and first of all, I was like, I prayed. I was like, God, what do you want me to do? Like, because one thing I had a passion of is music. So like every time I'll go to my shot's car, I'll be the DJ. Anybody's car. So and everybody wanted to go with the car that I'm in because I was a plug of music.
You were the popular kid,
Yep,
huh?
yep.
Well, you guys were the popular Hephzibah kids?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
now but
Don't toot your own horn, but it's okay.
I remember like when I wrote it down, I wrote and then I gave it to my mentor, Masha, Minister Masha. Then he looked at it. I can make adjustments because I was like, I just wanted to like write down like what I wanted to do. So he made some adjustments, and then I read it, and then I added some more stuff, and then when that's because I was in my what wasn't launched. My DJ name wasn't launched by then, so I was still like doing everything free, like easy.
What were you going by at the time?
I don't even remember. I just knew that I was a DJ. That's it.
Dennis the DJ.
Nah, I wasn't even that. I was just
Dennis, he
I can play.
DJs.
Yep, I
Yep.
was playing music. So I remember when Crowbar came. That's when we launched.
Yeah. What was
the-
that like for you?
It was amazing. I
Yeah.
used to watch him like in
Crowbar.
KTN, like
Yeah.
every like right now he'll be live during that time. So when we went to the Bay to have Philip, I would like watch him, and then when he came, I was like, "What?"
Starstruck, huh?
Yep, I literally canceled some. Even school, I did not go for 2 days. Well, I don't know if I was working. I didn't
called
go.
in sick?
Called in sick, just to hang out with him
Vision.
and get trained.
Wow.
Because I think he was only here for a week or two.
Is this the time he was here for a month?
I don't know if he was
Okay.
here for a month,
Okay.
but yeah. So I was doing training. I was like, because he told us to. There was another guy called Lincoln.
Yeah.
So he told us to grab 3 songs and mix them, so he can know where we are. You know me. I did it.
You did not?
I did it. Like
Oh,
I
you
did
did
it.
it. Uh-huh.
And he told us like to like something to do with like BPM. I didn't know what was that. Like playing songs with keys, like organizing your music. I remember he gave me all his music like on his hard drive. I was like, wow. Like I had to buy a new hard drive because my old one couldn't
Handle
handle
the blessing. That's what you call overflow, Dennis.
I was like, oh my God. And then since that day, I just fell in love with DJing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So from your mixer to DJ Crowbar, Dennis.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's God.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
It's God.
Dennis.
Mm.
Let's how about you, Tony? Talk us about what do you do and how did you begin with a vision?
Well, that's a big question. It's like it's pretty. My name is Tony Mbuthia. Let me reintroduce myself.
Okay.
I am a photographer, videographer, content creator. I own a company called Preacher Fine Productions. And wow, to start back, okay, let me just go way back, and then kind of like I don't know, draw it out.
Yeah, talk to us. Give
I
us the
started taking
picture.
photos like and videos in church. We had a camera, like we used to have a camera just there, and then this was like when Hephzibah like had the shirts, because there's usually like shirts like He Delights in Me and all these type of shirts.
Worship is my attitude.
Yeah, exactly. So, and at the time, we needed promo videos for these shirts so that we can sell them to just keep like the ministry like funds going and all that stuff. And then I was just playing around with the camera, playing around with the laptop, and then I don't remember who it was like at the time at the beginning that like suggested I should make an intro video. I mean a promo, and then I did. It was like now if you look at that promo. Oh my God!
You're probably
it's
like
sad.
judging
because I
yourself,
literally
like-
had this kid just wear the shirts and like come to the camera with like all of them, and I would just cut it. I didn't even know what I was
don't
doing.
despise early beginnings,
true,
dude.
true. Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, and I just started doing that stuff. And then whenever like stuff was needed to be shot, like in church, I was doing it. But I honestly, now that I look back, like I didn't know what I was doing. Like I was just would click the camera on auto, like just take it, and then I'll be like, wow, that's so nice, but I didn't do anything. And then from there, I just started having like interest in like what I was doing. Like I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. And then eventually, I think it was like in 2016, I think I was a senior in high school. First of all, I used to go to this other camp, and then like in one of those years, I think it was like 2015 or 2016, I went to like the media department and I was like, oh, can I just sit here and like watch what you guys are doing? And then the guy was so impressed like by just me coming there, because we had other activities we were doing, but I didn't want to be part of that. I just wanted to come to the media and like learn about it.
Wow.
And then he made me do like a sideshow for the seniors. And then I was like, I did it. And then the other guy I was working with had a camera. He was taking photos. And then I was like, wow, this camera is so nice. Like he just had it on auto too. So, but I was like, wow, but this auto is
Super
cooler than the
impressed.
one that I had.
Super.
Yeah. So I ended up doing the slideshow. The kids loved it at that camp.
Wow.
And then now I do that thing every year, but we're just gonna get off of that. So then to come back to church, I came back to church and I remember telling Philip man, I was like, bro, like we got this camera that came out. Man, it was so dope. We need to get it.
On auto.
And then I just said it like that. And then this is around the same time like Philip had us like write our vision. Like dude was on vision for like a long time. Like if you know,
Yeah.
the dude was on like vision this, vision that. Philip is speaking,
down your
vision that.
Vision.
Philip is coming, vision. Like
The
everybody
series
knew,
is vision.
Yeah, everybody knew Philip was doing that. And at first, even me, like I was like, bro, why we always talking about this vision thing? Like, you know, and I think it's because like we were young, like nobody, like, because I know even with my friends, like we used to make fun of that, like to keep it a stack, like we used to be like, bro, this guy's always teaching us about vision, but it's like one of those things that I think Philip talks about. It's like, it's not taught, it's caught. Like it's like one of those things where you gotta catch it. You feel me?
Say it again.
Huh? No, I don't know if it's like the same exact thing, but it's like one of those things, yeah, where he says it's not taught, like you gotta catch it. So I think I just caught it. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, I really.
You just got it. I like that.
Yeah, I think I did. And then so he told us to write our vision, and I remember I used to be like in a computer class at school, and I would just play games because like
we all did that in
so, like,
photography.
we finished everything and then we just played games. And then one time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna do this thing where he's telling us to do it. And then I remember even with Kinapita, they were talking about like, oh, we need to buy a camera, whatever. And then they were like, just write down your vision. And I was like, man, I don't like writing these things down because you guys make us write stuff down and we don't do anything about them. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna humor them. Like I'm gonna just do it. And then I did it, but I didn't know it was gonna be for my own advantage. Because then we ended up getting a camera.
Wow.
And that became like my camera. I know it was the church's camera, but I was using it for like personal things too.
No, we get it.
Yeah. So and it like opened these like doors for me that and it started off with that. Like I'm not gonna lie to you. Like it just started that like if they never did that for me, I don't know where Preacher Fine would be. You know what I'm saying? I don't wanna go too much into details.
No, please do.
But yeah, that's
there's a little Tony watching you right now that wants
to
you to go into detail. Please.
Yeah, so
be the Peter and be the Philip.
I think the lesson from that is really like it's literally just following instruction. Because like if
Obedience.
I did, because then like just by writing, like you know when somebody tells you, oh, I need you to write this, and then you get something bigger, like and it doesn't make sense because you'd expect like, hey, work for this and I'm gonna pay you.
Yeah.
But bro, like I didn't do anything to deserve it.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But I still ended up getting that. And then like it was the same thing Dennis did. Not a lot of like it was a lot of us that were given the same thing. Were to Lirushiwa. It was sent to us, but a few of us caught it.
Caught
You feel
it.
me?
Yeah.
And then we just been riding with the wave ever since.
Wow.
I kept shooting for Hephzibah for like a long time. And eventually I was like, you know what? I mean, this thing is kind of cool. I can make money off of this because people started like saying, oh, dude, you're good at this.
Yeah.
And again, I was shooting on auto at the time.
At the time.
Yeah. So they
imagine now.
yeah, so when they were like, "You're good at this," I was like, "You know what?" At the time, I was looking for jobs. I went to like Ross, man. They didn't even call me back. I went to Marshalls. They didn't call me back. I tried this other.
You were thinking it's the enemy.
Yeah, man. I was like,
we need to fast and pray for open doors.
And I used to think I was like, you know, and at this time I was like, I think it's because of my hat. Like I wear a hat, so it's like I don't think I'm ever gonna get hired.
Suspicious.
So I was like, you know what? Why am I going to look for a job where I can, you know, kind of do my own thing? So I used to charge people like $30 to do a shoot, whatever here, and I was like, hey man, like I'm good.
$30, Tony.
Another thing I just want to highlight because I was thinking about it when we were doing this interview, and it's like Pita used to say this thing to me and Dennis because we just grew up together and stuff like that. He used to be like, you guys don't need to look for a job. Why are you even going to apply for jobs? Like you guys can make it with yourself. Like you can do something from yourself and you never have to work a job. But I was young. I think I was naive. I don't know, man, because I didn't catch these things. Some things I didn't catch.
I think the thing is, it's like because sometimes we haven't seen it. It just looks, we're so conditioned, and you know, get the whole 844, get a job, then you'll be good.
Yeah.
But that whole entrepreneur mindset is like, that's not for me. Like I can't do that. So it's so much harder to catch it. But once you do, Tony, and that's what I want you to get into. Tell us what happened once you caught it.
It's a wrap. You know what I mean? It was a wrap after that. After I caught it, and I think it took time again. Like it wasn't like say it and I got it. And then at some point I was like, you know what? And I think that's why I like Pita because I think he did something to me that I don't know if it would have ever been done. Because then once he did that, like I knew like you know I looked at him like big bro. You feel me? So it's like because this other thing I did with him is like. where I needed to get my own camera now because I couldn't use church camera because if anything happened to it and I'm doing business, you know what I mean? Like I don't have money to get it, and Philip might just be like, bro, like you're doing the wrong thing. And with Philip, it's like if I bought this for this, it needs to be used for this first, and then next you can do your thing. So and then me, money was coming in, so I needed to also continue with the thing.
Get bigger.
Yeah, I reached out to Peter, and this was also I had like another mentor that did video, and he was like, this new camera that just came out, this GH5, is the camera that you need to get.
Wow.
And then it was 3,000.
Yeah.
Like 2,000 for the body of the camera and 1,000 for the lens. And then I was like, where am I gonna get that type of money? I don't. No money's coming in. You feel me? And then I told Peter, I went and like did a little research, found out PayPal. There's this like 6 months of no interest type of thing, and I couldn't get a credit card because I tried to apply. They denied me.
You
so
didn't
I was
have
like,
a job.
Yeah. I was like, Peter, can you do this for me? Like, can you try it? And I promise you, by the time 6 months ends, I'm gonna get you the money.
Wow.
And faith, man. Like I didn't know what I was doing. So he ended up getting me the camera. I started doing gigs like graduations and stuff because it was almost like summer. And like in 3 months, like I had given him the money like back. And it was like from that, like, there's so much that happened, and I don't want to, take too much time because we got Dennis on here too. But then that's why I'm here. Like it's a lot of things. There are a lot of things that came from Hephzibah that like literally made me who I am.
Who you are.
And like I'm just so grateful for that because some things that I think they were more like because Philip, Peter, Masha was around my age, so I wouldn't lie. Freddie, like they were more intentional because they used to also meet and they were very intentional with like the things they were teaching us. But at the time, I didn't see that. Like I was just like, but like they're always talking to us, like down at us.
Too
it's
much.
like, bro, like we're all in the same ministry. Like don't. But then like when I was like, I need to start listening, and like it's paying off now. Like today I had a gig and it was like. What I'm saying?
So your message to the young people right now, looking at you as obedience, then, because I feel like based on your story, like I feel like if you didn't obey, that's what I was saying earlier. It's like sometimes it's you don't get it at the time where they're talking about like, what you mean? We're just trying to have sleepovers in you know what I mean? For girls, go shopping. You know what I mean? What do you mean save money for my vision? But like staying obedient to that voice, even when you don't get it, like look at where you guys are now. You know what I mean?
I think that's true. Like once you like just take like there's this thing. I think Masha is the one who used to say stuff like that. He'd be like, humor me. Like whenever you do something like you would, it's supposed to be like the opposite. Like why would I do that? He'd be like, no, bro, just humor me. So I would say the same thing. Like just humor whoever is telling you that, and just try whatever they're saying.
Wow.
Because if I never wrote my vision down, like I don't think I would have gotten that camera. Like to be so honest with you, but like you can tell where I am today is because of like the small things that like happen and just following those things.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tony, that's really inspiring. Make me want to start a business. You know what I mean? Let me write my vision down.
You never know.
Wow.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Let me move to Dennis for a little bit. So Hephzibah had this like intense culture of mentorship. And you guys both, I know you touched about Masha being a mentor.
Yep.
Did you touch about your mentor?
I mentioned him, but I didn't say. Yeah, Freddie was my mentor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that, how that process came to be, and like how it's pushed you guys. I know you kind of touched on it a little bit, but how it's pushed you guys to where you guys. You're literally like young businessmen, making. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Successful. What was your mentorship process like? How did you even? Yanni, how did you come up to be like, I want this person to mentor me? Like, talk to us about that.
With me, Masha, well, we literally grew up together. I remember when he came, we grew up together because when we came in to Kenya, from Kenya to 206, he came 207. So the whole time we grew up together, even when The Rock, then when we started Hephzibah, I would always hang out with Masha, like nonstop. We were even, like when my mom would call, I don't pick up because we were like somewhere like far. Like I will not pick up. Yep. But we're doing ministry. But so the way it had it to be him because I was not hanging out with anybody else. I wasn't like. It had to be him because we were doing everything together. Yeah. When we go to somebody's house, we do stuff, or we like in church we're like cleaning or setting up for Sunday. It was always him. Like I knew when like after school, he'd probably come to pick me up. We hang out, or like it was just him, no one else. Like, so I just chose him, and then
Wow.
since then I have never been the same.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You've never been
Like,
the same?
honestly, if it wasn't for my shot, I don't think who am I now. Like, it wouldn't be me. I don't think it would be me. He something he did. He believed in me. So like with my vision, he like that's one person like literally believed in my vision, and it was awesome. Like somebody believing in your vision, and he was like, you can do it. You can make it. And since then, I have never been the same again.
Wow.
Yeah.
What is like a relationship between a mentor and a mentee like? Like, you just homeboys? Like, what is that like?
It's. I mean, one thing I can say is like if you're doing something wrong, he can tell you, and you will not get offended. So that's one thing like I loved about him, because if let's say I did something and he saw that, like me, I'll be like like angry, but I wouldn't be like offended because he know I can do better.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thank you.
How about you, Tony?
What was the question?
So what was your process in Freddie becoming your mentor?
Okay.
Walk us through that.
Yeah, I think I think we had a meeting. I remember we had a meeting, and then they were just assigning mentor, mentees type of thing, because it was already like a message of mentorship, but I never caught some of these things. Like I didn't know what it was, but I heard there was like a meeting behind like what we didn't know about, where they like selected, like they did this little they put our names on like a basket or whatever, and like they selected us or something like that.
They picked us.
Yeah, and then like randomly,
chosen.
yeah, so chose us, something like that. I don't know.
Many are called, but few are
Yeah,
chosen.
amen,
brother. Don't
amen.
worry.
God said, let me handpick this one. But yeah, and then I remember Freddie just being my mentor, and I like didn't even know what this thing was.
Wow.
So even with like our friendship, like he was my mentor, but I never really like at some point I wouldn't understand, because I'd be like, he would tell me like he'd be so serious at some point, but I think that was him, because he was also learning. It was like a first time type of thing that he was doing. So sometimes like he would actually tell me something so serious, and then I'd be like, oh, I think this is a part of the mentorship thing. And then
This is the mentorship hat.
This is it.
We not homies right now.
Yeah. And then I think that's what happened, because it wasn't just that. Like I always say, even opening like my first, like I always wanted to buy a house at 22. I'm 23, haven't done it yet. But for I knew I needed a credit, like to have my credit like built.
Right.
And I told Freddie, I was 16. I was like, bro, I need to get a credit card. I tried to do it because that's the only way I knew. Like I needed, when you don't have like somebody teaching you this, you don't know.
Yeah.
So I knew I couldn't get it because I wasn't working. Like even if I was working, I wasn't making like real money to be filing tax and doing all these things. So the bank like didn't know who I was. So I ended up getting a secure credit card. And Freddie was the one who put like his own money. He put $300 down for me. And then after 8 months, I ended up getting my first credit card. And guess what I did after 8 months?
What'd you do?
I never gave him the $300 back. And he never tripped about it,
He's still waiting,
So,
Tony.
nah, he
It's
let
never
that
too
go.
late.
But it's some of those things that he did. Like there's so many, even like courage. Like I think the reason like I'm big on courage. I literally like got that from Freddie, because I always say this story, and they can get boring being repeated so many times. I hate doing that, but I think they're important, because he would go to like Chipotle. Dude would order the biggest burrito,
We can't even finish.
and we would pay the same amount as everybody else.
else.
Because he'd be like, the rice. No, I added a little bit more rice. And he was so serious. And then from, like, you got to catch these things, Gladys. So when he would say that, I would do that, like, by myself. Whenever I'm not with him, like, I would go try it. Hey, first 3 times, I couldn't do it. But after a while of going back with him, like, I start, like, now when I go to Chipotle, I'm telling you, they got to double wrap it.
I'm telling you, as a history in working in Chipotle, those were the most annoying customers. So I know what you guys were putting them through, but we had to do it. So just know you still can do it. Well, wow. So I love when you guys share that story, because I'm like, I've been on the other side of the glass. Wow. But I mean, Tony. Boldness to challenge Chipotle.
From the bulldozer himself.
Oh, wow. Oh, my gosh. So your mentor relationship, what is it like today? Because you guys are talking when you're like 16, 18, Now you're in your 20s. What is it like today? You just like, boom, I'm out.
Dang, I feel like you put us on the spot with that.
right
No,
now-
I'm asking questions
right now
for
he's
real.
married, so
That don't matter.
I wasn't expecting that.
No, but no, for real. I'm talking from the perspective of like, guys, I'm telling you because there's a young Dennis, young
No,
Tony
no, okay.
watching.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
is it just kind of like, okay, boom, this is a year, it was 0 to year 5, then we're done, contract deal? Is mentorship like a lifelong relationship? Like, where are you guys at right now with your mentors?
I'll let my brother Tony go first.
I'm not saying
Okay,
you have to be best
so-
friends with them. I'm
so-
just saying, like, where are you at?
I feel like the different mentors in life. Like I had when I was doing photography, videography, like I had a mentor for that, and then also for D as my mentor. But I feel like now it's like we don't really talk about it like that. Like we don't. I still call
Yes,
him
mentor.
mentor. Yeah, because at the end of the day, that was my mentor or is my mentor.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like we don't have. I wouldn't say there's like a set thing. Like I know him. Like we saved his on my phone. He's my mentor still. But I feel like at some point you can like outgrow something. Like you can be like, okay, I'm here. Like because he did help me like a large part of my life, And then at some point like you gotta go to somebody else that's gonna help you out. And it's not just in one area. Like you need a mentorship, spiritual mentorship,
Right.
finances and all that stuff. And I think Freddie plays I think now it's like more of a big bro type of thing. Like, to be
Wow.
honest with you, that's what I would say.
Wow.
Yeah.
How about you, Dennis?
For me, I don't like to say like, oh yeah, you can graduate from being men, So I
Mentored.
just like, cause let's say I'm struggling with something, I'll still go back to Masha and talk to him. So he's like literally like my older brother.
Wow.
'Cause,
Wow.
like if I have any issues, I just talk to him and be like, hey, ring ring, yeah, this is happening. Yeah. Or when we hang out, cause one thing we literally like be bonding is with music. So
Wow.
like if he knows if I haven't listened to good music for a minute, if I don't send him stuff, and it's like that. So we all like even if we don't talk about like Sijui, yeah, Dennis and my mentor, so like we don't ever like break that relationship. Like so we always like
Wow.
click.
They're always there for you, huh?
Yeah, always
The
there for-
mentors it's just a lifelong bond, yeah.
like
it-
yep.
And moving on from there, I want to talk to you two personally. I feel like you guys have a very strong bond with you. Like if you see Tony, you see Dennis. If you see Dennis, you see Tony most of the time.
Yeah.
Or at least you'll know where the other one is. And so I used to find it like if I see Dennis, I'm like I know Tony's lingering around here somewhere. If I see one of you on a flight, I know the other one's dealing with the bags or something. Talk to us about how you guys were able to. Am I right? By the way, am I just speaking? Okay.
Yeah.
Talk to us how you guys created such like a close friendship in Hephzibah. You said you grew up together, and like how you were able to sustain that, and you guys still do ministry together, and you still help each other in your You both own 2 separate companies, but you still help each other. Like that brotherhood. Like what has sustained that for you guys?
I think we just believed in ourselves. Like when let's say we're doing a road trip, we literally talk about like what like let's say we have both events together. We do the event, then we go together and we talk about like what we have done better.
Wow.
What can we have done different? Like so cuz when we're working together, it's a blast. Like
Wow.
it's like
It was a good time.
it's a good time.
Wow.
So when we work together and when we have like events together, it's amazing.
Wow.
So yeah, so we just grew up together like that. Just because I remember when Philip told us to write down our vision, we wrote them down. We helped each other out. Like we grew up. So like let's say when he needs help with something or he needs help to go like set up something or do something, always available. Always.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. How about you, Tony? What would you say? What has kept you guys' bond? Your brotherhood? What
With this
has
guy?
sustained your brotherhood with Dennis?
First of all, let me tell you, Dennis never liked me when we met.
Really?
I always tell everybody this because I need them to know.
Is that true?
Dennis hated me.
Fake news. Fake news.
Dennis hated me.
What was the reason?
I think my accent. I always want to make him
Can
feel
you
bad
make,
because I
can
felt
you
bad.
make your accent?
I
We
felt
want to hear
bad.
this.
I felt bad when he used to do that because I was like fresh from the boat, from Africa.
Yeah.
And I would try to be like Dennis, at like
Dennis.
school. And then he used to like snubbed me, man.
It's Dennis.
Until like they found out like he was moving next to my house, and I had a PS2, and nobody else had it. And then Dennis became like
the life of the rich.
Exactly. But I think what sustains our friendship is just the support system and always challenging each other. Like, I feel like with Dennis, like I'm gonna just talk about me, like to him. Like whenever I see like he's underperforming or something like that, like I'll be like, Dennis, I just feel like you could do better. I feel like you could have done that differently.
Yeah.
And then honesty, like we don't have that. But if you see it, just call me out, bro.
Yeah,
like
afraid to tell you the
I don't need you to be
truth,
like,
type of thing.
oh, Tony, I think you. Nah, bro. I need you to be like, this is what you did, and this is what you need to do. And I think the challenges is what like helps us be better, do better, be closer.
Yeah.
And then other than just work, like, because he's like my PA whenever I'm working.
Oh yeah.
Especially like if I'm traveling and they're willing to pay for somebody else, or I need somebody and the budget allows. I always go with Dennis. So it's always like we always like are always together, because even when we're not working, like I'm always telling Dennis like we need to go to Dubai, we need to go to like travel somewhere.
Come on.
So we're by the way, we're going to Jamaica in July.
Amen.
So we're always like trying to have fun too. It's not just serious things all the time. So a lot of jokes to help us keep going.
Can you tell us a free joke?
No, I started charging. Yeah,
We got money over here, Tony.
Yeah? Just Venmo me a lot. I'll tell you.
Send the half and he'll finish the joke.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. So we have quite a number of young people that are super interested in starting their own companies, who are in Hephzibah right now. Some specifically in music and some in photography. But just in general, what's your message to the upcoming Hephzibah generation? Okay, how should I say this? The balancing of your businesses and also still serving in the ministry. Where do they kind of find that fine line? Instead of just like, I'm not saying like they shouldn't focus mainly on ministry or they shouldn't focus mainly on their company, but you know, they each require a lot of time. So how have you guys been able to, kind of balance the two? And what was your advice for them coming up right now? Anything, it doesn't even have to be, it can literally be anything. You talking to your younger self, what would you say? That's kind of a two-part question.
Oh, I'm gonna start with the first one.
Okay.
I think for anybody that's coming up, especially when you say like ministry and then doing your own thing, I think for me it was easy because I was just able to do that church thing first, and then the other stuff came later. So it was like seek first the kingdom, and then everything else comes, type of thing. But I didn't know, like I was just doing whatever needed to be done. But then I also at some point like I had to be intentional, where I told myself like I'm gonna always try to be here on Sunday to serve through live stream and everything like that. So it's something, even whenever I'm booking like stuff outside, I always try, unless it doesn't work, I'm always like, bro, I need to be back like by Sunday, so we can get the live stream. So it's something like I always, even with me and God, like it doesn't have to be with people too. So it's just like I talk to God and I be like, God, you see my heart, like I'm trying to be there.
Yeah.
And sometimes the work kind of gets in the way, but I always just try my best to just be there. Doing your own business can be hard, to be honest, but it's very doable. I definitely encourage for that. There's a lot of things that nobody taught me when I was coming up that I wish I knew. Yeah. But I thank God that I went through that, because like for me, now if anybody ever hits me up, like those people you're talking about coming up and wanting to do that, like, I'm free. Like I'll tell you how it is, until maybe I start charging for my time. But nah, I'm good. Like I'm gonna tell you what like mistakes I made and all that stuff, things to avoid, so you can be like do it faster than I did. And then the other question you asked is like, what would I say to my younger self? Yeah. Man, like trust the process. Wow. That's what I would literally tell myself. Like I'd be like, trust the process. Like you want that Benz, like be okay with that Ford for now. You know what I mean? Because that Benz is gonna come for sure. It's gonna be in cash. Yep. So trust the process.
We get Teslas. Somebody say amen.
Amen. Yeah, trust the process.
I came here with a Tesla today. Just telling you.
Oh, amen.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It's just speaking into my future. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, that's literally it. Like I would just tell myself, just trust the process, like whatever. Because sometimes like I'm big on goals. Like I literally write goals, and I usually like hit all my goals. But for the last 2 years, especially when the pandemic started, it's not been easy. But it's been all right, But just knowing like, even if I don't do it this year, I'm gonna do it next year, type of thing. I think that's one, because I be like hard on myself. Like I want to like get it whenever I say I'm gonna do it is when I want to do it. So when I don't do it, I'm hard on myself. But like if I could just tell my younger self, just relax, man. Like we gonna be good. Wow. Yeah, that's literally it.
Wow. Yeah. Tony, that's deep, man. I didn't know you could go there. Look at you. It's the white.
Oh yeah,
Tony Vanilla.
The Lord said, "Come to me as you are," and I'm gonna come clean.
If you are now. Okay. How about you, Dennis?
For me, it will be what. First of all, you gotta believe in yourself. Cause one thing, like I mostly did, is I believed in myself. Cause I knew I'm gonna be a DJ, and I'm gonna be the best,
Amen.
the best.
Amen.
So I believed in myself. So, cause I used to do cause like how Tony said, he started like doing church stuff. Then the other ones came. I the same thing with me. I started doing like the first like conferences. Then I started doing the youth awards. Then everything else came. It's like when I remember my first event I got, it was a birthday.
Wow.
That Philip hooked it up.
Uh-huh.
Then after that, everything blew. Like I got called to graduation, weddings, conferences, a lot. But I started in church first before, and then the other things came. So one thing I would say is believe in yourself. Then everything will be good.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Let me
Thank you.
Let me wrap up with this last question, right? Because sometimes with young people, they're so nervous to approach you, like, "Oh, okay, I want to do photography, but I don't know how to tell Tony, like, which camera do I buy?" Like, I know I hit up Sam all the time, like, what do I do? Are you guys open to that? And how can they? How would you suggest they come up to you and tell you, like, if they're serious about it? If they're serious, like, are you guys opening into mentoring the younger generation into like building businesses and how to and doing all that?
I think I am, and I think I am because of like I've DM'd so many people who some people just never opened my messages. Some people left me on red. Like I literally, I was so mad. Like I'd be like, dude, like you know it, and I don't.
see
Just
it.
help me, bro. I had a lot of like a lot. Like I still got like my DMs. Some of them even today they never replied. They never even checked. So I feel like just going through that because I would always like I was like from a very young age, like ever since I kind of knew what I wanted to do, I was so hungry. But like, you can be hungry, but there's like nobody there to like really like hold you. Like if I had somebody hold me, I think I would be farther, but I don't dwell on that. But so that makes me want to like, if you come to me and you want like help, like I'm gonna go out of my way. Like even if I'm working, I literally like have people calling me when I'm on a gig and I'd be like, oh, hey, did you get the camera? Like I got this, what should I do? And I literally would take time. Like I'm the type of dude to pause a client and be like, hold up, like let me help this kid out because I know like I don't want them to go through what I went through because I'm not gonna lie, like it hurt. Like having like you're so hungry and then people are not trying to help you.
Yeah.
So like for me, if anyone hits me up on DMs, message, whatever, I will always be willing to like guide you and help you out with like what I used that you can also use that you don't have to like go through a hardship just trying to get to it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, Tony. I like that. Open arms, Didi. Guys, take advantage.
Yep.
How about you?
For me,
Dennis?
you can call me, like DM me, come talk to me. Cause one thing that I used to struggle is to get music. Like I remember, like when I started DJing, is to get music. So these days when like I'm coming, DJs are coming and they want music, I literally would send them cause when they download it from YouTube or somewhere, it's not like the good quality. Cause we get it straight from the artist. So I will send them the music. Cause I remember I used to struggle like getting music. So these days when like somebody will say, "Hey, can I get that song?" I will send it. I will not sleep until I have sent all those songs.
Wow.
Like yeah. So you can come talk to me. DM me, ask me, whatever. I'll make time.
Wow.
Yep.
Guys, that's really inspiring. In today's world, the fact that you guys are approaching that with open arms and you're like more than willing, that's honestly, it's just inspiring.
Well, one thing I would say is I would want serious people to approach me. That's one
Right.
thing I can't work with like people who are 50-50 about what they want to do because you're gonna waste my time honestly. And the fact that I'm giving it to you for free and I don't need anything from you. Like you also have to give it 100%. But if you're doing 50, like don't hit me up.
Be serious.
Like,
Be serious.
Yeah.
Start and be like, "Hey, bro, so
It
how
ain't
much
for me.
are we gonna get paid for this event?" I don't want you to be like, "You just started."
What you mean?
What you mean? Like
day 2.
you gotta. This is day 1. So like you gotta be with me. You gotta be like be serious. You gotta be hungry.
Yeah.
You want to know how to DJ or you want to know how to like the process of music or like you know. But yeah, you gotta be hungry.
Are you guys mentoring anyone right now?
I don't want to say we mentor, but I
Like
when
guiding?
I when there's a two DJs right now that I'm helping them. So when they have any questions, I will answer. But I don't know about mentoring. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was hoping you guys would skip me. No, I don't think it's time for me.
Okay.
And, I think if you ask Peter, because he's always on my case, he'd probably say I'm ready.
Yeah.
But I don't think I am, because I just have so
Really?
much. And I think with mentorship, like I would literally want to walk with somebody and give them my time. And at the moment, I'm not. So, and I'm not planning on doing that until like I'm at a point where I think like, oh, I can do that and make time for that. Yeah.
Wow.
But if you have questions and stuff like that, like I got
Feel
time.
free.
Yeah, well-
I love that.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much. We had a
you.
really good chat today.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We had no. This was really good. I think it's always lovely to hear everybody's perspective, and I'm glad you had a 10-year journey in Hephzibah,
Yep.
and you're still standing strong. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. So thank you guys so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you guys so much for everyone at home that has been supporting and watching. Thank you. We could not have done this without you guys. So God bless you and have a good one.